will never broadcast. So that hasn't changed anything in my ear. That's changed the microphone levels. Changed the microphone levels immediately at the bottom, but it's not changed the audio coming in.
Still doing the GoPro?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well, the thing is, we have it working now. Go back to microphone now. Go back to microphone. No. Yes, that's microphone. That one there must be here. No, we're fine there. Fine there. What we just need to do I'll make sure I'm taking the output from here. I'm not taking the output from here. Okay, so I'm hearing nothing from here. So first of all, you said our volume didn't turn up. Actual headphone. Okay, guys, I'm hearing nothing. So, back to mixer. Yep, levels are done. So that means Here's mic is just picking up some bits. Yep, okay, so we just have to watch that. Okay, right, so that's the audio I want. Which is really me. Yeah, you might want to just get a tiny bit off the GoPro later. Wonderful. So, 1, 2, 3, fire! Hold on, are you using the Max microphone? So, Mike Cox, kill that one. Bring that right there. Okay, so that's not that one. That one's still the GoPro. That one's still the GoPro. That one just sounds so close. It just sounds so close to being the Go in! So we're recording on the Blackmagic. We're not showing the OBS stream. They're putting me something. Yeah, the backstop microphone's working. Oh, well, no, that's not the backstop microphone. No, it's still the GoPro. It's still the GoPro.
So this is passing out.
So this should be coming through fine. This should be coming through. Go back to first to on the Mac. There's no technology in the MacBook Pro. I'm lost in the background. You want the headphones up, what is it? Sorry?
How's your team?
Yeah, taking a day off. We felt a bit robbed last week.
Aye.
So, yeah, we should have been there.
You should have been there. Which team did you land for?
We played Tayport in the semi-final. So, nice. A few things.
That's working today, people. Here we go, buddy. That's working.
welcome to the top of the second inning here at the Single A Championship game. It's been a busy road to get here, both from the teams and also from the tech side as well, But we are up and running now with hopefully good, clean audio, and you've been able to keep an eye on that first inning quite nicely with the Glasgow Comets here hosting the Tayport Breakers. It's the top, I can't remember the seeding. Certainly Glasgow was top, and Tayport would be second or third. We'll deal with all that later. All you need to know is we're here in Glasgow, Tayport are playing, and right now, well, the home team have the slight advantage. It's Breakers 2, Comets 3 as we go into the top of the second half. Top of the second half. I'm still in football mode. This is what happens when I don't have a very tall Canadian next to me doing the microphone. All I've got is Ruben in the production truck.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's what production trucks do. They say yep, or nope, and that's about it, really. Yeah, and we can hear you as another one. We've had trouble with that one, to be fair, as we go into the second inning here. Okay, we have listened up on the plate, ready to bat for the Breakers. 1 run behind. Ruben, could you just run and double check what score Tayport have? Strike there, grazing the top of the zone. And we're settled in there. There's a ball going in low and inside there. He's smartly stepping back. Both pitchers just taking their time to settle into the game here. The changeable Scottish weather once more doing its thing. Listen still on the plate. Carlos pitching in, ball comes in, there's a swing, goes back foul to the backstop. Which is a much more vocal backstop than we've had in Edinburgh, so there will be a little bit more banging and ringing coming through on that one. I shall look over to our production truck and check everything is still coming through the stream. Yeah. It's on talkback, you don't even get to hear him say it. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's one away. Tayport Breakers. Number 9 Logie comes out for Tayport Breakers. Logie's batting 9th and the 10 batting order. Designated hitter all playing in air. So is single A. Everybody who wants the game can get a game. Although when you get to championship, it is still going to be the top 10. Logie looks at that one, lets it go past. Put it straight through the zone for the first strike. And it's another swing. Strike 2. Carlos throws in. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning already. Carlos looking to get a 3 up, 3 down here. As Duncan takes to the plate. The clipboard to hold the paper in.
No. Like a little rubber cable ties.
Strike 2 there. Carlos looking to now deliver that 3rd strike and finish this inning all on his own, leaving the rest of the Comets nicely in the field. Duncan steps back and there's the ball. Count goes 1 and 2. Carlos still in command of the count. And there's your called 3rd strike. 3 up, 3 down. Comets are going to be very, very happy with that. Half inning keeps them in touch. 1 run behind the Comets, who take to the field now. Okay. I don't know how. Maybe the Mac just thinks it is. And welcome back. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Glasgow Comets with 1 run. Tayport Breakers on 3. We have the 9th in the batting order standing up here for the Breakers and Roberts. He's had a good game out in right field. And by good game, I mean very much untroubled at the moment. Nothing's coming out that way there. And there's a high ball pitched in from Juno Lee. And we're coming in high again. Juno bringing out 4 walks in the previous inning. And that's rather high, then looping, and then low and inside. Ball 4. On a 4-0, Roberts walks himself up to first base. And we've got 10th batter McLean coming up now. Very, very high there. It's another ball. Can I get you to... Sorry, yeah, production trucks are going to come out because I'm going to ask him to... yeah, say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. We got one of the 3 words there. You're just going to keep the basic scorecard for me. Basically, we're running out of hands already in the booth. So 1.5 here going through. And yeah, you can see where the wind is playing havoc with our paper as well. Roberts just looking there, not really threatening the steal, staying very close to first base. Being held in there. Now he goes for the run now. Pitcher, the catcher, it's a high looping throw to second base that is not in time. Lovely stolen base there. Yes, yeah. You might be hearing half a how to do a scorecard lesson going on in the background. Really, all we're doing here, Ruben, is we're telling you what colour to move in. And that's a ball that falls well short of home plate. He's just struggling to get his eye in these early innings of a 7 innings game. It's the final, so we have no time limit here. We will be going for the full 7 innings here of the Breakers at the Comets. Now the ball goes through, and our count is 3 balls and 0 strikes. Pitch comes in, it's high again, but grazes the top there. Strike called. Roberts sitting there dangerously, scoring position on second base. Another high pitch. Decided to take the bite on it. It's popped up high. We're waiting for the call, and it is a dive in from second base to take that. Pull it out of the sky. Hold the runner at second. Pop out. Short stop. If we had a great big button here to go, oh, we'll get that for the replay, that would have went in there. Actually, you know what? I think that deserves an exclamation mark. Yes, there we are. Pop up on the shortstop, and now we have reset the positions. 3 runners, 3 outfielders heading in. It's another high pop going up, out to the outfield center. Fielder Ariadasa runs at full speed, plucks that out of the air on the jump, and keeps on running over to the bench as the Breakers outfield and infield go, yep, that's that. We've held them to a scoreless inning as well. Yep. We'll take another break here just to take over the tech and check all the boards and yeah, all of that coming up. You and Spence here as we sort of settle in to yet one more championship game here. Final championship game. We've already had the AAA. We're at single A just now. Last game of the year for Baseball Scotland, at least in a competitive sense. We might have some friendlies. We might do some checks. Who knows? Back shortly.
So the P6 was number 1.
And we're heading into the top of the third innings here, and yeah, I really do need someone behind me that talks more than the production vans. Yes, no, and yes, we can hear you. So look who I've drafted in, which we can do that because we don't have a camera on you.
Yeah, how you doing?
That's the point where you get to introduce yourself.
I'm Ross. I'm the second baseman for the AAA Breakers team. Here to cheer on our single A guys today, so hopefully they can do the business and do a double.
Coming off the championship win last week.
Yep, yeah, it was great.
Last fortnight.
Yeah,
You've been winning, you've been winning, you've been winning.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, it was a tough game against a great Cannons team. They're stacked everywhere in the lineup. Their pitching's unbelievable. And struggled all season against them, to be honest. Didn't pick up a win against them in the regular season, but it was the same the year before. Grinded out in the final and did the business. So yeah, it's good season.
And the first one there goes foul off the side. What is it like playing in a championship game? Even though we're at the amateur level, there's still pressure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Great stop. Yeah, definitely. It's
You're allowed to make the call as we go
Okay,
along.
no worries, no
you
worries.
started there going third base, comfortable out plenty of time, but you would.
yeah, it was good to play in the final. It was good. Nervous, obviously. It's a big game. It's a one-off, so any little error or mistake can cause a run or whatnot. So yeah, it was good to win, and yeah, a great day.
Slightly worse weather than we have today, it has to be said. We do have the wind in the air. We do have the sun out as well. Being Scotland, we can have all the seasons coming through now. One out already for the Breakers. We've got Waddle. Waddle coming up now?
James Rennie up just now. There you go, but that's all right. Shake off. Needs to be a bit more patient.
And that's popped up incredibly high. Catcher decides that it's mine, and that's it, just drops comfortably into the glove. 2 away there. Gino Lee coming up to take there. Manufactured a rather impressive triple in his appearance in the first innings before getting round to take the first of 2 runs for the Breakers, looking to do a similar performance as well. And that ball comes in low.
He needs to be patient. He is very patient. He got us the winning run in the final as well. Actually, bases were loaded. He got the walk to give us the lead, and that was the winning run. So yeah, he is a patient guy to play. He walked in his first at bat as well today.
It's triple in his first bat.
I thought he walked in and got around.
No, I've given him a triple. I think he'd prefer my opinion to yours now.
Yeah, you probably will. We'll not tell him.
And again, that patience showing through. Just, I'll wait for the right one.
Yeah, that's it. I think at this level as well, you've got to. Rob's a very good pitcher. Roberto's a very good pitcher. Probably one of the best at single A, I'd say. But again, at this level, you need to be patient. Don't give him any easy strikes. Make him pitch to you.
And you also, the wind is here. It is going to have an impact.
Definitely, yep. You just got to be patient and wait for that one you want. Don't chase any outside. Fight off any ones you have to, but you don't want to give them easy ones.
Pitch comes in, and it is another high pop coming through. caught by the first baseman out the air. 3 up, 3 down there for that inning. Still 1 run back, but this is a team I've seen with the Breakers that for most of the season loves playing in clutch. They love coming from behind. I mean, obviously they would prefer to be up 10-0 at the end of the first inning, but there's a confidence that you're always going to swing one through.
Yeah, I think it goes for both teams. We never feel out the game. You know, it's a great team spirit, a great camaraderie. Someone makes a mistake or a strikeout, then it's okay, we're picking them up, don't worry about it, we're going to get the next one. And we never feel we're out of the game, we never feel down. The same again here in the regular season with AAA. We were down, came back to win it. Again, we never felt uncomfortable, never felt we had to chase balls, we just kept playing our game, we knew the runs would come.
Hey, we're going to be back. We're going to post some links up on Facebook so everybody can watch the Twitch stream now, and we will be back with you shortly. Yeah. You didn't get any. I've not got any walks drawn. Ding, ding, ding. There's one where it was arguably going to be a ground rule.
Yeah.
No, the second
That
one
was
was
the second was up.
the second one was like, they're going to be ground, they're going to be ground. Nope, everybody come round. Sorry, no, assume they're bots. Hey! And we're at the bottom of the 3rd inning here. Ross Marnie, for some reason, has decided to stay next to the microphone.
Yeah, I'll stay one more time. So I'm just getting a feel for it now. So.
You just like being under a tree, don't you?
Yeah, it's a bit more shaded over here. It's nice.
Okay, Lee throwing an incredibly high pitch there. Again, the weather, it's just as that. The weather comes down, the wind stops. These swirling conditions. I mean, you always hear about baseball stadiums in America with lots of wind, ridiculous amounts of wind, and then Candlestick Park. But open field has just as much fun.
Yeah, even the last play there in the first baseman made the catch, the pop-up. It's going all over the place. It's a nice, easy play on a nice, calm day, but when it's got that wind, it could go anywhere that last little bit, tail off and take out of bounds. Yeah, you got to watch the base as well. Another walk.
Rather high throw in the bat as well as going for the walk, but we'll all just keep an eye on that one as well. McLaren there, 2 plate appearances, 2 walks. And we get our invariably fun pitcher, batting pitcher, pitching as we go through just now. The wind picking up through there as well. There is always something more personal when it's pitcher.
Yeah, a good battle, get inside each other's lines. Roberto came off better in the first inning as well, or his first at bat, sorry, in the RBI.
Smart kick out into the centre field, deep into centre field. Everybody gets to move up the bases as well. Carlos gets himself on base for the first time this game, McLaren moves over to second base.
Yeah, that was a great hit. Did really well. Kept it low. Got it over the second baseman. It was good defense as well from Neil in centre field to keep the runner from advancing to third.
There wasn't really a gap there, it has to be said. Just enough height to go over. Anything lower, if that bat just didn't have the elevation, it's a nice easy catch for the second baseman. Liston just making sure that if she needs to throw from the catch position, but no stall there. Still runners in first and second.
Yeah, there's no advancements. He's going now. Oh, he's in trouble. Foul ball.
Foul ball. You've had your 90 feet. Go back another 90 feet. You're going to have to do all over again on another pitch.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than using up the juice and the ball goes foul and you got to run all the way back to second again and give it another go. Especially at my age.
I know, these 25-year-olds just cannot run all that time behind computers.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I can't do it myself, I'm done. I need to conserve the energy.
And Kira's another swing. It's another pop. Liston just doing the drop on the catch there. But does fall foul at the end of all of that. So again, everybody just stays steady. Runners in first and second. And as you heard there, we're on a 1 and 2 count. Welcome to everybody who's watching on Twitch. Some of you have just randomly strolled by. That's very nice. Welcome aboard. Smart swing out there over to the shortstop. Touches second, throws over to first. That's not going to be in time. In any case, it's not needed. There's your 3 outs. Force out there. Another scoreless half-inning top and another scoreless half-inning bottom. I'm Ewan Spence.
I'm Ross Marnie.
And we'll be back after these no messages because we don't yet have a sponsor. You could be here. Get in touch all of next season. For some reason, I thought that was the end of the inning. You meant to tell me, Ross, did I get something wrong?
To be honest, they started run off as well, so I thought it was 2 as well.
It's almost like we've got Yaz from the Giants doing it all here as well. Right, okay, in that case, where are we now? We've got a runner on third. Bruins is up to bat. Drew a single in the previous appearance. One of those would do quite nicely now, it has to be said.
Nice little bloop single. His first at bat. They want to keep it here, they want to get this out now, they don't want to get another one on board. From a Tayport point of view, obviously.
Apparently, Tollcross Park also has a foul tree. Their foul tree is out to the well past first base, and it's been found.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare down there when the balls go down the field.
Tayport doesn't have any foul trees, it just has the Tay.
Yeah, we just have the water, that's it. So if it goes in the water, it's done, it's not coming out again.
Wild pitch there, but Liston as catcher are on the ball, making sure the ball doesn't go too far away. We still have McLaren holding in scoring position on third base. Comets already 1 run ahead. Looking to just put a little bit more distance and a little bit of clear air between the two teams here. Reminder for those of you who found us on Twitch, we play 7 innings. Normally our single A is time limited, but when we get to the postseason, nope, we're going to run this all the way through to either to the 7th inning, and we shall see what happens there. And if we have to do an 8th or a 9th or a 10th or a 17th, we will do that. Swinging strike there from Ruins, and Tayport are walking off the field again, and I think this time they're right.
This time, definitely, yeah. This time, I can confirm. It's definitely
We're going to blame the teams for that one, not for us, aren't we?
Yeah, no, it's a hard enough job doing the commentary without.
It's not hard. Just take a deep breath. Tell everybody what you see. Tell people what you think. That's it. That's all you need to do. But right now, remember that break we promised?
Yeah.
This is it.
Let's take a break now then.
Swing and strike.
No, I saw the score. 12 hits, 12 runs. Their opponents, 12 hits, 1 run. Yeah. I mean, the defence is amazing. The pitching, that's a hell of a step. Oh, it's just flat. Yeah, I'll come back and.
Yep.
The finals being broadcast tonight.
And you check we're up on the Facebook page.
Subs. Robin's coming out.
Yeah.
And becoming Mikey McDonald. Kira's out.
Yeah.
Mike Dots.
And if you're watching on Twitch, welcome. You can pop up. We do have the chat when text window open, so if you want to say hi, by all means do that. If you just want to lurk and watch, that's fine. You can do that as well. We've got some changes in the breakers. Order 9th and 10th have changed through. At the moment, we're 4th in the order, so that may or may not pop up later on. We'll keep you right as you go through. Ewan Spence here. Ross Marnie going over to give a little bit of support to the breakers. We'll see if we can get somebody over for the Comets to join us at the broadcast table shortly. Ariadasa takes a smart grounder out, 4th to the second base, or to the first base. Close, but thrown out there on a smart 4-3. For a minute there, I thought we had an exciting, welcome everyone, but it wasn't. It's Ruben back in the production truck. Don't make it look like we've got... Anyway, this is just a test broadcast for those of you who are on Twitch. If you follow here, you're not going to get that much more baseball. We are going to be having a Twitch channel set up, hopefully for next year. But at the moment, we'd suggest that you follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/baseballscotland. And we'll keep you up to date on what's happening during the off-season. And we'll start getting the friendlies probably kicking back up again in February-ish. If that sounds a bit like the American baseball season, then you'd be right as well. We are allegedly in the same climate and hemisphere. Carlos takes that pitch well into the ground in front of home plate. And it's 5th in the batting order for Black there for the breakers. taking a single in his first appearance. Scores held at Glasgow Comets 3, Tayport Breakers 2. Top of the fourth, there is a swing. It's another high pop-up. Pitcher decides he's going for that. Gets the ball in the glove, falls to the ground, keeps it in the glove. That's the main thing. Carlos holds it in the glove. That's a pop-up to the pitcher. Feeling very comfortable. And that's 2 away for the Breakers. Patterson comes up now to the plate. Struck out swinging in the first inning. No runners on base as yet for the Breakers. And that's a ball to the outside to open up this little duel of pitcher and batter. And that's low in the dirt for another ball. After the catcher calls time just for a little check-in with his pitcher, we're back on again. And the wind, the pitch. It's going low again. Following a strikeout in his previous appearance, Patterson now sitting on a 3-0 count. Looking healthy here to be the first on base out of the last 6 batters for the Breakers. The pitch comes in. And there's the ball, there's the walk. And Tayport have themselves their first walk of the game, and also their first on base since the first inning. Looking back, 8 clean sheets off the mound there originally for Carlos. And that's broken there. Coming up now, Haverstock looking to get some productive work from that walk Patterson has taken. Previously 1 run behind the Comets. Everything staying nicely in touch. Still in base there. Patterson goes over. The throw is not on target and not in time either. Still in base up to second there for Patterson. Joining me now at the yeah, yes. The very tall, always impressive Tosh. Hello.
Afternoon, everyone.
1 run behind, feeling confident?
Sorry, I was eating sunflower seeds there. It's a very, very long game, so yeah, we're fine. We're still in this. I just actually came over to add some little colour there and say that means that John Patterson has been hit by pitch in every single game that he's played this year.
Oh, not a ball. We are getting a hit by pitch on that last one. That's an impressive stat.
If he got hit by pitch, and I am not scoring, so I don't know.
I'm not scoring either on this one.
From where I was standing, it looked like he'd been hit by pitch, and that means that, yeah, he has been hit in every single game that he's played this year.
It's a fun one because it was ball 4 as well if it wasn't. So, you know what? We're going to say it all the time. It's Scottish baseball. You get on base, you start doing small ball, you start stealing, you start watching for the wild pitches, you start watching for the past balls. That's where you can be productive here, and we've already seen that production as he moves himself up into... I do hope he was hit by pitch. That'd be a fantastic stat if we can have that. Nobody in the Cannons has done that all year.
Not so far as I know. I don't think he has a legitimate RBI this year, but he has a few from getting hit.
That's a legitimate RBI.
Yes, I know. Well, okay.
It is. A hit by pitch is an RBI because you've done something to get the run.
But you do have to remove the batted bit.
It's just an R. Yeah.
It's just a run in.
Well, we have a walk going through there, so we go 2 on base now. amateur and scoring position. That's where you're starting to hope to get some work coming through here. Let's listen to the catcher up there on the plate. Swung out in the first appearance. Looking to get that production, get one to tie. Tying run runs from the second over to the third base and still it's a small grounder into the infield. Fourth base, not sure. There we go, over to first base. Liston is out, and that there is the third out. The runners in the corners keep on running back over to their base. We'll be back after the short break as always. To keep everything refreshed. Tosh will run away quickly because he doesn't. Oh, go on, stay in the microphone and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right.
I'll stay for this talk.
I will just convince him and just make sure that I unlock the door now afterwards. We'll be back in a rolly mo.
You've got a better chance of a chocolate teapot to get EV in. See, even me as like a standpoint, you get 60% off phones, but everything else is about $5 here.
Somebody's watching TV. Yeah, one of the Welcome back here to Tollcross Glasgow Baseball Park as we go into the bottom of the fourth inning of the Single A Championship game. Glasgow Comets are up by 1 run, hoping to just put a little bit more distance from the Breakers themselves in this 7 innings game. Fee comes up, drew the walk on his previous appearance on that one. We have comments coming in on Twitch. This thing is actually working. Congratulations. So hello to everybody there. Go Sports. We like that Go Sports team. I think that might be an Anchorman reference, but I'm not sure. I will turn to the connoisseur of American Will Ferrell comedy. Hello, Tosh.
Hello, everyone.
Is it Anchorman, yes or no?
I don't think that's an Anchorman reference. No, I'm not sure though.
Sports ball. Let's go sports team. Let's go sports team.
It's just
Oh,
a
it might be
general-
dodgeball.
It might be dodgeball. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to dodge the ball here. Well, you do want to dodge the ball here. You want to make a positive effort to try and get away from the ball. You can't just put your shoulder in the way and go, oh, I got hit.
Well, I mean,
Nobody would do that.
if the ball is not over the plate, then you can stand there. You just
Ah.
put your body in the plate.
High pitch there over the backstop for the first ball.
That was a foul ball.
Pitch comes in, hit, ground ball, straight over to shortstop. Takes his time, looks over to first base, makes the throw. Throw is in time. Nice, comfortable 6-3 there on the inning and the first out of the bottom half here.
It's not the hat, it's the hair. Yeah, that's going to be routine to someone of Ethan's caliber. I mean, he grew up playing high school baseball in Texas, so he knows the game.
And he knows how to do his hair as well, quite nicely.
Oh, the hair is something special, yes. It is. As Ruben just pointed out, he tends to lose his hat whenever he runs, but, you know, you just have to learn to cope with that.
Or get some hairpins. Get some hairpins round the cap in the hair. That's what they're for. Pitch comes in, it's high, and another ball goes through there. I always think it's these quiet moments, you know, the action that makes baseball.
you're absolutely correct. Although, oh, it never feels like a quiet moment to me. So there's one out into left centre, and Nuan gets underneath it. Takes a beautiful catch. He has been an absolute diamond of a find this year for us. Apparently grew up playing baseball at university in Sri Lanka. I didn't know that they had baseball in Sri Lanka. I thought everyone was cricket mad over there. But
That's all right. Everyone in Sri Lanka doesn't think baseball does Scotland.
no one thinks there's baseball in Scotland. I mean, I didn't know until I...
To be fair, Josh, I've seen you play. You still don't know baseball has Scotland.
That is unfair. I have a Silver Slugger award. And who do I play for? Oh yeah, the reigning double champions.
I love that reigning double champions when there's 3.5 innings potentially left where you cannot say that.
And until this game ends, we will continue to say that.
And to be fair, you have far more sporting skill than I have. Those who can play, Tosh plays. Those who can't, talk about it. Hi, I'm Ewan Spence, and you're watching this lovely game on Twitch through our Facebook channels. While we still get our broadcasting system, we will be back with far more baseball next year on the streams, on the channels live, and replayed back again. But for now, we're just enjoying ourselves here at the Glasgow Baseball Park at Tollcross.
If they cover our first game next year, we may be in for an interesting experience because I was out with some workmates on Friday night and made the very silly statement that if we win this game, I will play catcher for the first game next year.
Are you allowed to bring out one of those little small stools that you can sit on so you don't break your knees?
You are about the 4th person to say that to me. And for anyone who needs context, I played American football for 10 years, I played rugby for 10 years. My body is not in any shape to play catcher. It's going to be an interesting experience.
4 balls there, and Robert draws his second walk of the game and takes himself up to first base. There's 2 outs here. McLean taking 2. The plate. High pop-up over to the shortstop in the previous appearance. Again, with those windy conditions, not the easiest of balls to pull out of the air and down to get the out, but that happened. What's happening now? Pitch is coming in. It's fast. There's a strike coming through. It's all right, Tosh. You're allowed to show emotion in your own team up here.
I know.
That's the other thing, curiously, about people who I've introduced to baseball this year, mostly because of the London series, is the commentaries can be biased.
Yes, actually, yeah, that's true. I do watch some of the MLB highlights when they come on YouTube, and yes, it is quite interesting to have commentary teams who are wildly biased. I enjoy that.
To be fair here, I'm trying not to be. Swing and a miss there, but we've got lots of colour and flavour coming in from all of the bats as well. We also have a ball that's getting lost in the one tiny bit of sunshine that is shining through the foul tree here in Glasgow. But we're carrying on. Apparently we're getting our picture taken here, Tosh.
It looks like it, yeah.
Everybody, on the count of 3, suck in. 1, 2, 3.
There's a lot to suck in over here.
Not as much as here, Tosh. Not as much as here. Count is 2 and 2.
I know that you completely ignored my reference to the MLB, but I understand why as a fellow San Francisco Giants fan.
I don't know. Our new manager's got a good record. He's 1-0.
He is 1-0 at the moment, yes. Have you seen our previous manager is getting a lot of interest from female fans of the sport?
And apparently San Diego. Oh,
And San Diego, well, they could not do much worse, to be fair. But, you know, Gabe is a very handsome man, so I understand what the ladies are saying.
And back to our game here. I'm the Baseball Scotland commentator, so I will, just keep things a little more stable. Nobody from the Comets has wanted to come over to the microphone. If you're wondering why it's been all Tayport on this side, it's not for want of trying. That pitch comes in, grazes the top of the zone. That's a strikeout there. And as you can hear from a very enthusiastic left-hand side of the broadcast table, clean sheet kept once more. It's still a 1-run game here in Glasgow. Comets are heading back out onto the field to head for the top of the 5th inning of our scheduled 7. I'm Ewan Spence.
And I'm Stephen. Tosh, I will be leaving now.
And you'll be leaving us as well, but don't worry, I'll be back here in a couple of minutes to take you through our last innings.
need that voice for this thing? Probably Galaxy. No better. Absolutely. I played in the semi-finals and that helps.
How am I pronouncing your name?
Like A Black and centre field's my main. Very good there.
Oh no, it's not.
Yes,
Yay! No, that was got better.
I'm also a lefty in that one.
So if you don't do that anymore, it's behind you.
Yes, we started doing panzer jokes. The line of "it's behind you," and I'm just thinking that's the worst thought for a catcher. Welcome back to yes, welcome back here to Glasgow Toll Cross. It's the 5th inning of the Single A Championship for Baseball Scotland. I'm Ewan Spence, and joining me at the broadcast table for the 5th innings from Glasgow, but of course Glasgow has many teams, so it's the other Glasgow team. So I'm not quite sure if you'll be running, if you're supporting the Comets or supporting the Breakers, not sure on that one. But before we get there, it's a nice ground ball running through there, over to third base, down to first base. It is not in time for the defence. So we have McDonald, who's one of our substitutions there, getting on base for the Breakers. Yes, joining me before the action got suddenly very, very exciting there, Frankie Larkin from the Glasgow Galaxy. Welcome to the broadcast table.
Thanks for having me.
So let's do that question first of all. Who are you cheering for?
Definitely have to be Comets. Glasgow Galaxy as they go, but we're all Glasgow, so Glasgow Comets all the way.
Much like Edinburgh has Edinburgh Baseball, which has two AAA and one single A team. It's a similar setup here in Glasgow, but it's 2 AAA and 2 single A.
Absolutely, 4 teams: Glasgow A, Glasgow Galaxy A, Galaxy AAA, and Comets A AAA. 4 teams, all a lot of love for all 4. It was a good play at first, yeah. It was in time, unfortunately. Craig Fee pulled off the bag with that jumping catch. A great catch to keep it in play and not letting the runner advance to second, but just sneaked in to first.
Carlos here pitching his 5th inning. Everybody just being alert for that steal as well. McDonald does have a little bit of speed when it is needed. And with 1 run back, it's 1 run back, you've got to be careful, but you're running out of the innings here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tight game. I think a lot tighter than everyone thought, but it's a good defensive showing from both teams. You can see Craig Fee hold him close to first. I think a lot closer now than he would have held him earlier on in the game.
And that's a strikeout there on Dots, who was our second substitution. And we're back up to the top of the order now. As the wind takes away all my lovely guaranteed bits of paper. Frankie, hold on to those. there we go there. Otherwise, I'll never be able to keep track of what's going on here. Next year, we need some little next year production truck. If you're listening, we need that little booth just to keep all the pens on the table. And there we go. That is a wild pitch there. And McDonald takes himself up to second base. Gets himself into scoring position. Tying run on second. Go ahead run at the home plate. And our go ahead. Well, at the moment it's a strikeout and a ground out there. So previously they have had their eye in on this batter. But of course Carlos's arm is getting tiring. And at the same time, Gill has seen 2 of these plate appearances and pitches coming down to him already. So there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of bluff, and there's a lot of counter bluff coming on. Now pitch comes in, it's hit hard, it's through the gap, past shortstop. Donald gets to third base, puts the burners on, digs in, stays standing, walks over home plate. We have a tied game, and the Breakers have a runner on first.
Yeah, that was a great play, and that shows, I hope the camera says it shows great how important the third base coaching is. That player running home was holding up on third, I had no idea where the ball was. A quick action from the third base coach calling them home, and it's nice home, nice and easy as well. Runner on first, tied game. I do believe the first score we've had since the extremely eventful first inning, and a very quick innings after that. Lots of strikeouts, 3 ups, 3 downs, but we are tied here in the top of the 5th.
Charles, you have somebody. No, classic Logan. Anyway, somebody saying hi to you on the stream, Frankie.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, nobody said. I don't know. I think Caitlin said Go Sports. I got Go Sports. You actually got a proper hello. Well done. Those of you watching on Twitch who've just stumbled across this, welcome to Baseball Scotland. We're doing our test broadcasts throughout our post-season. We're here in our last championship game for the single A's. If you want to keep up with us through the off-season and see how things are going, facebook.com/Baseball Scotland is your best place to do. This is the point where Glasgow really needs to reset now. The game's back to being equal, 3-3 Runner on first. Not bad. We got the one out at the moment. Little squirrely foul ball there. And I'm doing my best to stay alive on this one, so they all count.
Absolutely. It's they've been great defensively all game. I mean, both teams have been very good defensively, so it's not about kind of even doing anything different. It's just keep to what they're doing, keep to the fundamentals, and it's important not to lose your head when something like that happens, and just get the out and head on to the bottom of the inning to hopefully get that lead back.
And the runner goes, and that's an uncomfortable stolen base. My, this sounds familiar. We've had a stolen base. We've got the runner up to second, and we've got a strikeout and a pop-up, not a ground out, for the previous appearances for Rennie, as he takes a count to, I believe we're at 2-1. We'll just check. Well, a little time out between. Not time out. We're just looking for ball with a little bit more control from Carlos coming there. The silence of baseball, the loud brashness of baseball. It's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, it's going to.
Set, wind, pitch. That's low. It's past the catcher, and we've got an advance and a wild pitch over to third base.
Yeah, you can hear them call. It's all about the pitcher now, keeping a focus on the batter. Forget about that runner on third. The lead run on third, only 90 feet away. But you forget about him. If you're the pitcher, you reset, and all you try to do is get that out at the plate.
3-1 count as well in the Breakers' favour. Pitch comes in. It's slow. It's on the outside. Breakers get a walk. We got runners on the corners. Just the pressure, just working down just a little bit more. Remember last week about giving and taking pressure, the amount of pressure that was given by Tayport last week, and in the championship game at the single A before that. A hallmark of the team that's carrying on now as well. One out, runners on the corners. Go ahead run on third base.
Going to open up that double play opportunity for the Comets here. And it's low, and he takes off for second on a wild pitch, and he's up standing, no throw. Runners on second and third.
You're getting the hang of this, Frankie.
I'm just making it up as you go along, but
I mean, we're not completely making it up. There is a game in front of us.
absolutely, yeah.
You know, the camera's on. People can see the game that is happening. It's not like we've just downloaded the box score from the 1935 World Series and calling that. I mean, we could do that. The off season's coming up.
Absolutely. It's a lot of time. A lot of us will certainly miss the baseball between now and February, March time.
It's a golf swing and there off the ground up to third base. Takes his time. Little bit of indecision. We have a fielder's choice there, and the base is loading up on that one as well. Smart decision that has to be said. Hold the go-ahead runner at your third base. Keep your team on the level, especially when you were all playing a 7 innings game and we're in the 5th innings. Does load up the bases though, and Arya Dasa took a double in the first inning there. So, from giving pressure, Glasgow now taking pressure.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a great play by Kieran. Smart play. I think a less experienced player would just launch that off to first and give the third base runner the green light to head into home plate. But I think that was a good decision. Let the bases loaded, have a force out at any base now to a quick ease it out and hopefully keep the game tied.
And of course, with the swirling wind that we have here, one single overthrow on that third to first base, and you may well just be throwing out a prey and bringing the second run in.
Yeah, it's one wee mistake now can cost definitely cost either side the lead, but could even cause either side the game at this late stage. So definitely the right decision.
And when you lose the game, you lose the championship.
Absolutely, it's there's no it's not for points, it's not for the league. The last game of the season, we're going home regardless, but we want to go home with a win, eh?
And there is a bit of a pride here because the Comets did win the league.
Yeah, first seed. That's why we're in Glasgow, which was good of them because no one likes to travel. Tayport came a long way, but it's good to have the home field advantage here with top seed.
And Tayport, having already won the single A this year and last year, they will be looking to carry on and do another double. So not just the team's own pride here, there's a lot of history and stats and really impressive numbers to be written, whoever wins on either side here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun all year, serious all year, but this is when maybe for some, if not most, the fun kind of takes a back seat as the series come up. Pitch is in and high, makes the batter run off that. We are one out, bases loaded. This is going to be a big at bat, especially if the Comets can turn a double play and get out of this inning and strand the bases loaded.
Pitch comes in. Nicely in the strike zone, fouled wildly off into the foul tree. Past first base on the right hand side. Bases loaded, one out, top of the fifth, tied game. Ariadasa swings and falls back off the backstop, staying alive once more. Missing our camera, checked with the production truck. Production truck says yes, so I presume that's just camera okay. Oh, all we got is yes, no, and I cannot hear you.
Yeah, it's, the one's certainly picking up with that, but that was nearly a very expensive foul ball for the for the.
Don't go there. Don't go there, Frankie.
Nope.
Don't go there. Just go. It's 2-2. His bases loaded. Swing out deep into left field, bouncing, dropped by the right fielder. First run is in. It's 4-3. Second run is in. It's 5-3. The sixth run's digging in hard. The pitch is little bit low, doesn't hit home plate. Third run comes in. Catcher just covers off up to third base round as well. That is a triple from Ariadasa, and not only a triple and 3 bases, it's a triple RBI as well. From 3 bases loaded to 3 runs scored on 3 bases run around there. Tayport, have a look at the score and decide, you know what, we're going to put some clear air. 6-3.
Yeah, that was all you do. You put the ball in play, force them to make that out. That was a very difficult play by the right fielder, never making the catch, but it did the right thing. Got on it, let it bounce once. A bit of difficulty with the grab, but got it in. It's 3-3, 3 bases, 3 runs, and Tayport take a commanding lead in the late stages of the game. Galaxy looking to get out of the inning and then do their own damage in the bottom of the innings.
Team just checking in himself with everybody as well. Oh, Caitlin's giving me a high unit. So there we are. We're 1-1 each now, Frankie, on that one, okay? Somebody's logged in to hear Frankie's dulcet tones. Well, okay.
Oh, 1-1. That's my Gavin. The Galaxy's Most Improved Player Award from 2022.
So does that mean you were the most rubbish player the year before award?
I'm just... I think I escaped with 1 vote in the awards, but you know, we take those, hoping to get more this year. But yep, Gavin, shout out to Gavin. He's a great first baseman for the Galaxy. Wouldn't want to have anyone else on first base except our one and only Gavin.
We've also got one of the umpires that was previously here now watching on the feed. That is now making it very interesting because, yeah, that puts the pressure on the other umpires now, doesn't it? Yeah, they're going to get a scorecard at the end.
Well, I was thinking we could officially have the first video assisted refereeing, a VAR.
No, we're not going there. We're not going there. Do I look like? Hold on, Sports Bora. Do I look like Jurgen Klopp?
That's a reference that goes over my head.
Yeah, seemingly there was something about Liverpool and VAR, and it was bad and it was good that happened yesterday. But hey, I do American sports, right? Baseball. Yeah. And Glasgow Comets are just looking to recenter themselves after the Breakers have just put up an awesome inning. They've only got one out, so Tayport are still putting the pressure on here, looking to build on the 3-run lead that their bats have generated there. The heat has really come down in those as we go through. It's also a little bit of a refresh as well as we have a pitcher change.
Yeah, I think bringing in Danny is a great call here.
Danny Quinn, normally number 15.
Absolutely. I've faced him plenty of times this season and last season, and I always think when he changes in just before I go to the bat, that my first thought is, oh no, it's Danny, because he throws great, he throws strikes and he gets out. That's all there is to it.
I mean, Carlos coming off 7 strikes out of those 5 innings, giving up 5 hits, and 6 hits and 2 walks previously, and the 6 runs as well. Comets, 3 runs back, top of the 5th, still on the defensive. Breakers have a runner on 3rd, 1 out. And just like that, the ball game changes.
Absolutely, but I think I fundamentally stays the same. I say the last runner on third base with Roberto, it was ignore that runner on third, focus on the batter. It's got to be the same here. Let Danny focus on the batter, get either the out with the strikeout or play it first. It's all important to get out of this inning and let the Comets get some runs back on the bottom.
Don't be a hero here. Play smart baseball. Don't be a hero, be smart.
Absolutely. Remember the fundamentals. Remember the basics. Just remember the plays that got them to the final, I think. Absolutely.
Thanks for your comments on Twitch coming through. We appreciate all of them. And loving the commentary both. Maybe that's a typo on loving the commentary booth.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a booth, it's a table.
It's a very windy table at that.
The table's not windy, the wind is windy.
Of course, yeah. But it's making all your lovely scorecards and papers and pens are flying all over the place, but we weigh them down. Oh, that was the first pitch coming in high. I think the good hold up both by the batter and the third base player.
Ariadas has already shown that he's had the speed, managing to generate a triple from that. What could have been a single with lots of movement, and ball's gone foul. So you've run 85 feet. He's just checking. No,
I don't think it hit the...
Nope, it's not. That's a fair ball. Signal safe by our umpire. It's another run home.
Yeah, I think it just missed the bat, hit the chest plate of the catcher, bounced off it, nice easy.
This is what happens when you mention VAR. Something weird happens.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll put label on me on that one. That was a commentator's curse, as they say in football quite often. That was it. So, but now it's nice and easy for Danny, headspace wise anyway. Base is empty, can put 100% of focus on that batter and getting that all important second out.
We don't have an official scorer, and I know people can rewind at Twitch, but I suspect are we going to just call that a wild pitch? Well, we don't know. We're just going to carry on with the game because there's a walk from Danny Quinn, and that takes Black up to first base. Tayport have another runner. It's just going a little bit quiet. Tayport putting the focus on now, not wanting to do anything silly, playing themselves smart. Comets just want to hold everything sensibly. Checks the pickoff. Pickoff throw goes out of play. I don't even think there was a stolen base attempt there. It was just looking to keep Black honest. Instead, Black goes up, leaves first and heads to second. I do love the reinforcement from our at-home umpire saying, no, both of you are doing a good job. I don't know how, but we're doing a good job. We must also remember Ruben in the production truck, who is who's programmed and is working our scoring bug that you can see in the top left corner. There are no bugs in it so far. It's just doing what an on-screen bug does. Pitch comes in, hits the top of the zone, strike. Patterson drawn a strike and a walk in his previous appearances today. You got Black up in scoring position on second base as well, taking a good 10-20 feet there. Second baseman comes over, just covers the bag, keeping everybody honest to the stolen base. Swing and a miss from Patterson there. Two and two on the count. Danny and Waddle deciding on their signs. Pitch comes in, it's low on the outside. Stolen base attempted already started, it's finished successfully. Black brings himself over to third base. And we're here at this position again. One out, runner on third. For those of you who are new to the game at single A level here in Scotland, we do have a limit of once round the order in terms of the batting. So it is not going to be forever and ever and ever. At most, it's going to be 10 plate appearances from the breakers. Patterson draws himself another walk there. Danny Quinn, 2 walks on 2 banners. We have runners at the corner on first and third. Signs decided. Runner goes first up to second on a ball. The official scorer is not close by. I'll say it's a stolen base, but it's very close to a fielder's choice there as well on defensive indifference. But anyway, situation is runners second and third, both in scoring position. Just the one out. Another ball comes down from Danny Quinn. And that's a cold strike there. First base is open on the first strike there. Our count is 2-1. Runners in scoring position. This now comes from playing smart to being focused.
As he hits it right to left field, and it's a great catch. Checking the runners. No tags, they remain on second and third. That's a huge out. 2 outs now, just waiting on them. That's put it in place, simple throw it to first, and we're out that. You can see Craig Fee on first base coming out, giving the instructions. They know how much this next out will mean, minimising the damage that's already been done. Says get to the bottom of the inning and put some bat on some balls.
It also breaks Quinn's run of balls and walks there, settling him in for his first innings of pitching. Eilish Liston ground out and strike out in previous appearances, now on the plate for the breakers. Runner second, third. Pitch comes in. Liston just steps back and watches that, flies right past, and it'll take a 1-0 count. Time called by the breakers. Black on third base, I think he's spotted something. He's just heading over.
Can confirm this is the last batter at the plate regardless. So they're going to have a bit of a team talk, get in the heads to see think Tayport shows how they can squeeze 1 or 2 runs more out of this inning. But we will have a wee break, some tactics, and then see what happens with this last batter.
I mean, I'm going to be cynical here. First base is open. Why don't you just walk?
Yes.
Just give the base on balls, walk Liston up, and then you're out the inning.
Yeah, and
I
as
mean, it's not the most sportsmanlike way of ending the inning, but you're 3 runs back in the championship game.
yeah, that was a confusing play there. They called third base runner called time.
Well, you
and then-
requested time.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, and then decided to run home and try to score. That was a
No, he wanted to come over to his manager, first of all. In any case, time was called, and he went over to and himself and his manager came out. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Danny Quinn is spotting. He wants to walk the batter. It's the last batter. First base is open. Still, I mean, irrespective of what you want to do, you still need to do it.
Yeah, I think Tayport tried a bit of a sneaky move there, so it looks like the Comets want to do a sneaky move in return and then intentionally walk the batter. And that's exactly what we're going to do. The intentional base on balls, the last one, and we have a tag out to it.
I don't think that's going to count on the stats. I think once the walk is issued, that's the end of the... We will check that one. Irrespective, we're not going to be keeping stats that much. But I'm now curious to what's going to happen there. Oh, hold on. We've got an umpire watching the stream.
Oh, absolutely.
So we can just say down the stream, it was an intentional walk, the last batter of the 10. Does that just zero everything, or are we going to actually allow that tag out to go in the record books? We'll now watch our comments while we take a little break and get all refreshed. Frankie, you going to stay for another inning?
I'll stay if you have me. If the fans and the watchers want to have me.
All 4 of them say, yeah, we might be in double figures. We might be in double figures. We'll be back in a moment with innings 6 and 7. So we have some clarification from New York. I think that's how they say it. Here, I'll just read this out for you, for those of you who aren't watching the comments on the chat stream on Twitch or who are watching after the fact. Usually in single A, with the last batter that plays live until umpire ends the inning, even on a walk. The question from the production truck here is, does it matter if it's an intentional walk? When does the play end or start on an intentional walk? Baseball, always learning.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that will open the next couple of innings to a bit more furious baseball as it gets closer and closer to the end with such a lead.
Well, it's bottom of the 5th. It's 6-3 to the Breakers. The Comets are now facing a new pitcher. Yeah, as Gill pops up and decides to take on theirs. I've said 6-3, somebody's reminding me it's 7-3, and unsurprisingly it's Torsh sneaking at the back. We're waiting on the clarification on Walker intentional walk.
Well, they intentionally walk.
Yes, but does that mean the ball's ever live at that point in the play? No, we've got an umpire watching, so we're going to know soon enough. Yeah, New York thing.
Right.
We got some pitching changes, so we're just going to write them down in a rolling more. It's a pitching change.
Ethan and Juno have swapped. That's all. So.
And that's to the backstop.
Craig is out.
Haverstock leaves.
Morrison goes into second. And Mike Dots moves from second to third.
And Lee is playing
Short. That was just a straight swap, those two. Okay.
well, lots of movement going around there as well. Oh, we've got somebody else hovering in the background who's going, no, 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 I'm not really at the broadcast table. Okay, production truck, remember, for next year we're going to have to put something in the contract through the union that people will occasionally have to speak to us.
We have a bit more clarification from our watching umpire. Ball is declared dead on an intentional walk, but I did have to check the rule book on that one, so not very common.
Okay, so there's no tag out there.
No.
No tag out. It already happened. There we are. Just for clarification on the stream, for those watching there, the ball was declared dead on an intentional base on ball. And yep, that required a rule book check. Well, pretty much from everybody. How fabulous. As you said, baseball, always be learning. Always try and hit the ball. Actually, no, don't always try and hit the ball, as we saw there. Sometimes I'm trying to get them to not hit the ball. Pitch comes in. A lot of heat there going down just on the outside for Rom Johnson, hoping to get Gill drawing out on that, but we are at a full count, 3-2. We are knocking. Now the heat goes in. It's fouled off straight into the Tayport dugout. Some late game heat coming in from Gill from the mound there. Fouled off. We're still at 3-2. Late game pace.
Absolutely. We can see with the new picture on the mount for Tayport. We have the score, obviously keeping score on the stream. We might have to add a hat falling off counter to add that for the next game, because it's certainly not on his head. It's more, he's not wearing it, it's just placed on.
We're not now going to go into the equipment violation part of the rule book, okay? We're just going to, he likes his hair, he likes his hat, they somehow managed to stay above his eyebrows.
Absolutely. It's always be the trouble of the difficulty of vision, because your hair is down in front of your eyes. But I don't think that hat has stayed on for one single pitch.
And it's a strikeout there with the Breakers getting the first out here in the bottom of the fifth, looking to preserve that 4-run lead. Fly out and line out for Waddle previously. Called strike. Has to be said, Gill is having a far more impressive first couple of plate appearances as the pitcher is Danny Quinn coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Just look, you can just see his determination. He's just throwing it down best he can. There's some velocity on. He's working on that accuracy as well.
Little sinker there just to shake things up again. And we're counting 2-1.
Yeah, the important thing for the Comets now is what you can hear them doing. They are, you can't hear it on the microphone, but they are constantly keeping positive. They are hyping each other up, keeping in the game just by keeping a positive mindset.
That's a foul back, 2-2. Production truck runs out to check the camera. Oh, here we are. We're getting even more rules checks from New York. So good we actually called it Cumbernauld. I don't know. There's no hard and fast rule on hats, but the umpire may chat to the pitcher if it's deemed distracting. Oh. I mean, it's distracting at the table, but it also gives us something to talk about. So it's a welcome distraction. And we're 3-2. Full count, and we're knocking. What do we reckon? Heat? I reckon heat. What we got? Yep, there's the heat. Passes the strike zone by on its left. Worrell takes the walk. Wind starts picking up again. I'm not sure if runner goes on the ball, heading for second. It's a high looping throw from the catcher, but not in time. Wadham gets himself comfortably onto second base and into scoring position. If we can get that psychological get back from that 7-3 and put it within less of a Grand Slam range. Not to say we haven't seen a Grand Slam. And McCannon's managed to throw one when they were playing in the championship final against the AAA Breakers. Wasn't enough in that. The game finished 7-6 to the Breakers, but it's not unknown in baseball Scotland.
No, absolutely, and that was exactly what the Comets needed. They got their first of the inning batter on base and eliminated the double play ball as well by quickly on the very first pitch to the next batter getting to second base.
Runner goes from second to third. Catcher takes a little bit of time to reset the ball out of the glove into the throwing hand. Again, not in time there for Eilish Liston. And Glasgow Comets work. Waddle over to third. It's one out, strikeout first and then a single.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's
To be fair, Gil swinging the ball so fast, it's not surprising that we missed that one there. But look, we have a little highlighter pen to write down strikes. We can't show you, the camera's too far away, and we ain't having a camera in the commentary booth. And that's a wide. It's a wide. I've suddenly turned into cricket, yes. Wild pitch takes the ball. McLaren heads up. Glasgow get runners on the corners.
And time is called while the catcher runs off to the dugout, you can say, to the benches. We'll see what's that. Oh, just a wee little water break for the catcher. As we all set, the batter doing the umpire's job of cleaning home plate with his glove.
Opening pitcher comes up to the plate. Connollis with a single and a ground out previously. Man, the ball's in the dirt in front of home plate. Stolen bases there though. So it is another productive 10 seconds for the Glasgow Comets. Another 90 feet. I could do the maths on how many feet they need to get 4 runs in to tie up the game with 2 already on, but I'm not going to. That's an exercise for everybody who's at home with a calculator. Another wild pitch there. Liston just traps that down, stays close enough to the home plate that there's no thoughts yet. This is about choosing the moment here to decide when you want to go it down. Waddle doesn't want to waste this opportunity. He's got that 90 feet away to home.
Yeah, especially with only 1 out, you don't want to get a second out by doing it, but the catcher's definitely getting it back to home plate a lot faster than at the start of the game, so just shows how important it is to everyone, especially for Tayport, to keep their lead as it is.
He comes in low. Waddle decides he's going to make that run for the home plate. He's in time. That's the next one in. McLaren moves over into third base as well. 1 run closer to tying the game. 1 run closer to claiming the victory. 7-4 It's what we have on the board now. Wild pitch there, bringing Waddle home. But at this point in the season, with 2.5 innings left, doesn't matter how you get home, just get home.
Absolutely, that was as you just called it. All about picking your time and picking the right pitch, definitely. And as I said, the catcher was a bit slower getting that ball, not confident on the throw back to the pitcher to home, and it was a nice, easy, scored run. As Roberto Carlos just coming out from pitching, but just in to bat.
And that pitch comes in high, wild pitch again. Just a little thought there from McLaren of, am I going to do the same sprint? No, I'm going to do 20 feet, turn around and go back. It's a walk there. Carlos gets up, puts the runners onto the corners as well. Once more, you thought this game is over just because there was a 7-3. Not yet, it's not. There's 7-4. Single out.
And runners back on the corners.
To be fair, a sac fly would be very nice here. You'd probably get another run home. You'd probably get up to second, maybe third. I mean, to be honest, you might, a single would do as well here as well. Just, again, it's that classic get on base. Past the ball there. Liston has lost sight of the ball. She can't see the ball. It's hiding next to the backstop. One's already in, waving Carlos over to third base. That is another one caught there into the long grass at the backstop there on that passed ball.
Yeah, that ball landed in the worst possible position, right up against the fence. The grass is getting longer. It went right into the perfect big knot of grass. Lost the ball, couldn't find it. Runner comes home, and runner comes from first all the way to third at 90 feet away.
7-5, 1 out.
Tie and run at the plate.
Yeah, we have. We got time around. I just yep. Okay, we are having a substitution from the breakers. Liston's coming out of the catchers. Shinyan Lai coming on as catcher.
It looks like it. Yeah, it's been a very long game. I think we're normally used to playing 3 and sometimes 5, but to push it to 7.
There's normally the time limit of 2 hours in games like this in the single A.
Yeah, absolutely. As players and normal spectators will know, you during the normal league you play an A game and then a triple A game right after it. So for A players are just used to having a set cut limit, playing shorter games, but it's good to use your substitutions on long games like this, especially with 2 innings to go.
So Shinyan Lai will not be eligible to bat, so I'm going to assume that Liston is going to be staying in the batting order. The athletic Stephen Tosh running to let the other team know of the changes. There's a score on each side. Just remind yourself, Kira's at the bat just now for the Glasgow Comets. Count is 2-0. We've run runner Carlos, third base in scoring position. Heat comes down from Gill. It's high and inside for the ball. The control that we saw when he came in at the start of this inning is just starting to slip away.
Yeah, I think it's a good time bringing the catcher in, especially with that runner on third. You know, you have to block that ball because one pass ball, that brings in the run, and suddenly you're 1 run away from tying the game, especially with the tie and run, Michael Kerr on the plate.
Count moves to 2-1 from that strike there. Those of you watching on Twitch who have no idea what's happened have just went, oh, that looks like a baseball game on the home screen. Welcome. This is Baseball Scotland's championship game at the Single A. I'm Ewan Spence. Joining me for these innings in the booth is
Frankie Larkin, centre fielder for the Glasgow Galaxy A. As they draw a walk, Michael Kerr walks to first base. Runners back on the corners. Great situation for the Glasgow Comets.
And coming up to the plate, we do have the go-ahead run as well in Bruins. Tayport's little burst of energy to put himself 7-3 ahead. It's being matched with that burst coming through 7-5 at the moment. And we're just letting... The breakers are just taking a chance. Everybody's just taking a pause. Yeah, we're having an equipment change from line moving into catcher. I think we're looking for a new adjustment on the helmet. Hopefully you got your hot dogs, your snacks, and whatever passes for beer in an American stadium as you replicate the experience back in Scotland. As we go back in. Runners in the corners. Go ahead run on the plate. Gale throws the heat down. Outside low. For another ball.
Question for our watching at home umpire as well, just regarding, I will bring it up just the one more time regarding the hat situation with the pitcher. What happens with it? He pitches the ball, the hat comes off.
Oh, I know this one. I know
grounder-
this one.
A grounder back up, but it hits the hat.
No, if it hits the hat, it can either be one base, two base, or three base, depending at which point of the play it is happened. It's a base awarding situation. I can't now off the top of me remember how many for how many things. Runner goes. Not even a pitch attempt on that one. Runner goes first to second. Instead, the pickoff attempt is just over to third, just to make sure that Carlos is held there at third base and doesn't decide to go for the run as well. Smart pickoff thinking there from Gill on the mound. Facing the runners at second and third. Also opens up the first base if needed for Bruins. Pitch comes down for a strike. The only reason I know that one is this quite a famous Vin Scully call, who was a commentator in American baseball for the LA Dodgers and the Brooklyn Dodgers as well. I liked him when he was Brooklyn, less so in the LA. And the entire press table was just like, what happens? And Vin's already called it on the radio. It's this and it's this and it's this many bases. Unsurprisingly, I'm not as good as Vin Scully.
Absolutely, it's a hard legacy to live up to, but it's definitely should be a...
I do love that, absolutely. Don't even give me any sort of little bit, oh no, you maybe 5-10%, you know. We're still in the same pressure situation with the Bruins there. Swing! And a strike for strike three on there. The only thing that would have saved him there if he'd had Angel Hernandez umpiring up at third base. Nope, that's a strikeout. 2 down. Runners second and third. Ball would still be live. Using equipment only awards bases if deemed intentional. Says New York at the end of Twitch. It's not really New York. It is New York. Magic Radio. Twitch. It's not even radio. He steps up to the plate, drawing a walk and a ground out previously. Wide heat comes in. It's a wild pitch. There's lots of consideration. Carlos goes 45 feet, puts the brakes on, heads back to third base in time.
Definitely there.
He's just taking a moment there to let his heart slow down, thinking, whoops, nope, everything's okay. I'm still got this at bat alive, and nobody on the bench is looking at me as if to say, what happened there? The end of all that, we're still runners second and third. It's a 1-0 count. Still throwing heat high and inside as well. There's a lot of fast coming inside. That control needs to come back, if only for safety's sake.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking even with the sheer speed of the pitches, it's actually working well, even for wild pitches and pass balls, because it's hitting off the backstop so fast, it's coming right back to the catcher, if not right back to the plate. Oh, big swing and a big strike for Fee. Definitely the right call by Roberto on third as well. That would have been a most certainly guaranteed out, so good choice going back to third there.
2-1 on the count. 2 outs. Baker's looking to leave the inning. Still holding on to the lead. Comets 2 back would love a single or an outfield hit here just to at least square the game up in the bottom of the fifth. A reminder to those of you who are new to Baseball Scotland Single A, we play for 7 innings. Normal season we would play to a time limit. Not today. This championship will go all the way to 7. And if you have to go to 8, 9, 10 or 17, we will do that. Fell back into the backstop there.
Good job staying alive.
Bat just slightly low on that one on Fee, but given the preponderance of pop-ups earlier in the game, probably better to go for the backstop.
Yeah, absolutely. Just good staying alive by Fee there. Just get it on the bat, even if it's going foul. It's not a strikeout. We take that. We get an R pitch, especially with the tie and run, as you say, is 180 feet away.
Unsurprisingly, the channel is agreeing with me that Vin Scully is incomparable. Indeed, yeah, I've listened back to some games in the 50s and 60s. I shall have to give you all a little listen of that. Fee's a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Glasgow Comets leave the field. They've got 2 runs back and into that lead, so it's now down 7-5 with the Breakers in command. But with 2 runners left in scoring position, counts in their favour, walks in their favour. And at the end, only getting 2 runs, needing another 2. I think the Comets are going to go off the field thinking that was a missed opportunity with 2 innings to go. The Tayport Breakers will be happy to get off the field only conceding the 2 runs there. They still remain in the scoring position as the visiting team. It's 7-5. We're going to take a short break here in Baseball Scotland's Twitch stream that we are testing stuff out on. We'll have a proper Twitch channel next year. For now, facebook.com/Baseball Scotland. I'm Ewan Spence.
I'm Frank Larkin.
Do leave your comments. We are going to do what you normally do in the half innings when you've been talking non-stop gibberish for an hour and a half. We're going to have some Lucasade.
Bailey, do you have Williams first?
No, speak to Glasgow. To do their scorer first. If there's time, come back and tell us after that.
Yeah, but I have apologies if my rambling.
Oh, no. It feels better.
Yeah.
I mean, and dead air is fine if you just do no sample.
I will. I'll quite like it on my iPhone. I'm just thinking that but I will go for that. How's it going? What's up?
We are top of the 6th, and as you can tell from the microphone noises, we don't have a boom mic like they do down in the West End shows, so you've just got me holding onto the cable here. Ewan Spence here, joining you in the 6th of 7 innings as the visitors Tayport Breakers. 7 runs. They're facing the defensive prowess of the Glasgow Comets on 5 runs. Frankie's still lurking at the commentary table, but I see last year's baseball commentator from Baseball Scotland lurking the back as well. We'll see if John wants to pop over as well at some point as well. Oh, John's going to come in. I mean, it's a big table. You could all come in. John McCallum joins us now, voice of baseball's bagpipes and other things that begins with B. It makes it all literally wonderful. Swing into the infield, goes past Danny Quinn, but it's picked up by the second baseman, throws over to first in time. That's the first out. Welcome, John. You came in just as it got a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here all day, to be fair, but yeah.
I meant to our gloriously functional table.
Yeah, we didn't have all this tech back in my day, that's for sure.
Back in my day, we had 2 seats and a tin can and a bit of string, and we were thankful.
Aye, indeed we did. Yeah, it's actually a very pleasant day for baseball in terms of the weather, and the game's been fantastic so far. I think it could go either way still.
We're 2 innings away, and it's only 2 runs. That does not take much to change that
No.
at this level of baseball. Dots does a big swing and a miss and a golf stroke there for the strike.
Yeah, I think Danny, if Danny can get settled, he's more than capable of shutting teams down. He can basically do that to any team in single A. I think we saw in the last inning kind of a game of 2 halves for the new pitcher on the hill for the breakers. I think when he's locating, it's very difficult to hit him. But it looks like he does have a tendency to get a bit wild. I've never actually seen him before, but yeah, he's got a lot of velocity. If he can keep that, if he can find the location with consistency, he could be a hell of a player.
The delights of being taught baseball at the University of Texas.
That'll help.
Pitch comes in, top of the zone.
Yeah, Danny
Strike
seems to have, Danny seems to have found the break on his breaking stuff. So if he can locate his fastball and keep that up, I think we'll have a fairly stress-free Tapwood last couple of innings on the mound.
This would be the inning to throw a shutout inning from Danny.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I mean in the Caledonia Classic, every inning ideally would be a shutdown inning, but this is a very crucial one for us. I think with the inning we just had at the plate, and with us obviously coming back up in the bottom half of the 6th and a couple of innings to go, a big kind of shutout inning would be huge for us here. It would be a great momentum booster.
This is the point of baseball, like all sports, but especially baseball, where even though it's a team, it is down to individual temperament.
Absolutely, yeah. It's in moments like this in baseball that one person can turn a game on its head. You know, I think he at the plate, Dots, he's actually kind of done that a couple of times already throughout the game, but in these close late game situations, these become crucial situations to be in. So like again, if Danny can shut him down, that's phenomenal for us, especially at this stage of the game.
And we're 3-2, full count and knocking.
Full count pitch coming up, the payoff pitch is on its way. That's a strike. Okay, see, that's
Cold
exactly,
strike there.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. If he can locate that fastball like that and control the breaking stuff like he has been, Danny's going to have fun.
Back to the top of the order for the Tayport Breakers, with our pitcher Gill quite happily sitting there as well at the top. Walk, pop up, strike out. A walk or a single would do quite nicely here. Not only complete the set, but would get yourself on base.
100%, yeah. I mean, any way you can get on base in single A is going to put you in a position to potentially score, because as we've seen a lot, base runners have a tendency to kind of be quite aggressive in this division, especially I think in this kind of situation. If you get on, you're going to want to try and advance yourself as well as much as you can, kind of on your own, off your own back. That's a strike.
Called strike.
Perfect. Good job, Danny.
Swing and a miss there, not in 2. One more of those and Quinn will have done his job as the pitcher very nicely for the 6th inning.
I think a 0-2 count is very favourable for Danny if he's got his slider working, which I worked out with him a bit earlier and it seemed to be looking pretty good, so we'll see what happens here.
And it's a swing, it's a pop-up, it's in a foul territory, but just out of reach of the first baseman on that one. So that's foul, count remains 0-2.
First thing I was taught not to do in baseball, don't backpedal.
First thing I was caught to do in commentary class,
What's that?
don't backpedal.
Don't backpedal, exactly. If you get it wrong, double down. Like Lemmy said, don't back down, double down. That was excellent.
Swing and a miss there, 3 up, 3 down.
I think I'm
That's
gonna
what the
be on
comments
plate
needed.
next half inning, so I'm going to have to go, but good seeing you, mate.
There we are, John McKellar there for Glasgow Comets getting ready there. That was a strikeout swinging As you said, 3 up, 3 down. Danny Quinn, 2 strikeouts in that inning to join 1 in the previous to do 3 innings to get that through there. Just going to take a little half inning break as always. We'll be with you for the bottom of the 6th. The Comets will be taking the field, looking to make up 2 runs to get the draw, looking 3 to go ahead in a 7-inning game. It's staying close, it's staying tight. You've got time to go and get your snacks and settle in for what could be a barnstorming finish, not just to the single A campaign, but also to the Baseball Scotland season as a whole. I'm Ewan Spence. I have a blank gap next to me at the commentary table. Ruben is hiding somewhere in the commentary booth. He says yes in my ear. We'll be back shortly. But yeah, we have ideas. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th, 7 innings game. As the Breakers just do their fine-up warm-up drills and get ready to hold that 2-run lead as the other Wardle steps up to the plate. Craig Wardle looking to get on base and more in this championship game. Thank you all for your comments on Twitch. We do have a couple of them coming in. What a great job you guys are doing. I hope that next year we'll have more live games. Well, I'll be polite and just skip over the first part of that phrase and just say that we're doing a lot of testing in this postseason called Strike. We're doing a lot of testing in this postseason, so we get the information, the knowledge that we need to do for more broadcasts next year. Some of those will be live. We might have some other surprises as well. We're hoping to get a Twitch channel going by that point, so you'll have highlight reels and at least clips of the action going through. But for now, for those of you who are new to us, and I believe we're getting close to 25 watchers, and at least 4 of those are not bots, so hi there, not bots. If you're following us and want to keep in touch with Baseball Scotland during the off-season, so you know when everything kicks off, we suggest our Facebook page right now is the best place to head. Facebook.com/BaseballScotland. Ewan Spence, that's me in the commentary booth. Frankie's decided to pop back to the table as the second strike comes down on Waddle.
Yeah, absolutely. Back with you guys. A quick water break. Didn't realise talking so much took it out of you so fast, but yeah, a quick water break and we're back.
We'll get you started for the live games for next season. Don't worry about it, Frankie.
Yeah, lots of practice.
Just like everybody else at Baseball Scotland, the main thing is to have fun. But at the end of the day, we do keep score. There's a championship online and a small tin trophy that you can engrave your club name on and put nicely into a mantelpiece somewhere. I don't know. It's quite a big trophy. I'm told it's at least more than 2 inches high.
Absolutely. Oh, and it's a hard hit by pitch by Waddle. It's going to take some time to get checked. That is first base when a hit by pitch.
That's high into the batter's helmet as well on that one.
we get to go to second then? Goes to second then?
John McKellar, previously of the commentary table, steps up to the plate and decides that the first thing to order will be a strike. Second strike coming in there.
Yeah, that was a high one as they call, but a good strike, a good hack try to get that. Waddle wore that hit by pitch like a champion. Looks like he's fine on first base, shook it off well. He's ready, looking for that steal to second, as we often do in single A Scotland.
We have a comment that says, make me mod and I'll do the chat as well. When we get to the next season and we're doing this on twitch.tv/whatever URL we haven't got yet, then yes. But for now, this is Ruben's Twitch account, which he uses for nothing, which will now be flooded by baseball emoji for the rest of time. And just listening to the talk back, and I've got a yes. Okay, fair enough. Runner considers going, but no, that's strike three. One away, one on first. Three strikes out for Gill. D.H. McLean comes up as well. Watches that ball coming tight inside, but it's in the strike zone. Not on one. Much like Quinn stepped up previously and was looking to do a quick, fast inning, Gill is looking to do exactly the same. Of course, we point out he's already got one on first base. It's a wild pitch there, and that first base moves up to second base in a scoring position. Catch-up run sitting there on second base. Home plate is your tying run.
And just as you see, we have the baseballs flooding the chat, it looks like. Baseball and with emojis in the chat. As you say, is a tying run on second. That's a good hit. He's towards first base. We've got the pitcher coming, and the play is
That's
in
a
time.
comfortable catch. It's a bouncy grounder into that horrible space between the pitcher's mound and first base. The first baseman runs in, picks that up. And Gill, switched on pitcher's already got his foot on the first bag, ready to take that. That's the second out, but it was a productive out as we get Waddle over to third. Take that back. That looks like a foul ball instead that's being called. We still have Gill at the plate.
Yeah, absolutely. And that out as a second out, but did its job advancing that runner to third base, 90 feet away from within one run.
And another wild pitch into the backstop. everybody just staring at each other going, I can pick up the ball, I could run, I could pick up the ball, I could run. No, everybody's just going to stay exactly where they are. And we're looking at 3-0. Showing bunt. He comes in, big swing for the strike. Fastball to the outside, draws the walk. And we have runners on the corners. Runners at the corners. 2 away. Greg Waddle up to the plate there, representing the go-ahead run. Line out and walk previously. Runner goes. Johnson heads up to second. No throw from home plate. Comfortably running before the pitch is thrown, so we'll look over at the official scorer and we'll assume that they've said a stolen base. A little bit of a strain there possibly from Johnson, taking his time just to come to his feet at second base. Time is called.
We are as well in the exact same position as we saw at the bottom of the last inning. Runner on second, runner on third with 2 outs. The replay of the last inning, we're hoping, well, the Comets certainly are hoping they can make more of it now than they did last.
It's okay, you can say we, it's Glasgow. Remember, we're not the BBC. We're allowed to go, you're from a Glasgow team, Glasgow is doing its best to score, that's fine. I'm from Cowdenbeath, nobody did anything who came from Cowdenbeath apart from one doctor who invented beta blockers to help Scotland survive heart attacks.
Well, I say
and he's not on the field, so I can say anything.
A proud player from Glasgow, but just about an hour away in Greenock, and the only good
starts with the G.
The only good thing that came from Greenock is me, of course.
It's fast for a ball. They're coming down.
Someone has to be.
Past the ball there, but only drifting a 2 or 3 feet away for Shinlai on the catchers. It's just a little bit of a bluff there. I'll pretend I don't know where the ball is to try and draw that run down. Smart base coaching up in third base going, you stay still, you stay still.
Absolutely, get that Tayport catcher to casino night. A bluff best as any.
After Scotland called, nominations are closed. 3-0.
Absolutely waiting for the pitch to come in. That's outside, and that will load the bases for the Glasgow Comets. Still with 2 outs. Next batter, an all or nothing batter here. Still at 7-5 at bottom of the 6th.
Dr. Black, that was it. I knew there was a doctor in there somewhere, and it was the beta blockers, yeah. He and I went to the same high school many, many years apart. He did beta blockers. I become a baseball commentator and a Eurovision commentator and a BAFTA-nominated podcaster. Still no Vince Scully. 2 runs back, 3 runners on with the bases loaded, 2 outs for the Glasgow Comet. It's another wild pitch, another temptation for Johnson to run down from third. No. Smart baseball needed here with 2 outs. Fouled off again. McLaren's record so far in this game: walk, walk, and walk. 4th walk would do nicely.
Absolutely, with bases loaded, a walk is as good as a hit. It brings in a run. That's what, especially with Waddle on third. It's a good guy to have on third because he has the speed. We're just waiting for that pitch past the catcher in the right way to take off for home. But that's good catch and good stop by the catcher.
Two and 2 on the count. 3 and 2 on the count. I love these moments. It's a strikeout or it's a run.
Well, this has to be the big moment. Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs. Runners will go on the pitch, you'll think, to get a much head start as possible. Oh, and the pitcher steps off with a check. But this is the definition of an all or nothing pitch. Bases loaded, full count, 2 outs.
And we just had 2 walks issued as well after a strikeout and a ground out. Ball comes down, it's fouled off. Our foul tree down first base line. Catches another ball. Unfortunately, he's not one of the teams. So foul trees catching balls is not an out.
And banana ball perhaps, but not baseball.
The pressure stays on. McLaren managing comfortably to stay alive there. 3-2. And a swing that had some pace on it. Looking to be a hero. You can be hero or you can be smart. Pitcher steps off for the pick-off attempt at third base. That's unsuccessful. Johnson safe at third. Gale just doing his best just to keep the Comets off base. By off base, I mean just off kilter. Just thinking about it, not necessarily. He'd love to catch them off base. Ball comes in. It's low. And that's the ball. Johnson putting the burners on anyway, just in case. Right, Waddle, or Johnson, brings that in. It's a 7-6 game. 1 run. The bases remain loaded. 3 walks issued by Gill on the mound on the trot. The first 2 outs are always the easiest. The third out, that's where you earn your money. Or at least kudos. Because baseball is rather amateur up in Scotland.
I was expecting even a small mound visit there. It was 3 or 4 walks in a row, 3 or 4 in a row. Might have a chance. As the
Wild pitch. Again, the temptation is there. Shinyen there, the catcher, switched on fast. And just working hard as the catcher to protect that lead. It's still there, but it's down to 1 run. Bases loaded, 2 outs here at the Glasgow baseball field for Baseball Scotland's Single A Championship game. If you're watching live on Twitch or replaying on Twitch or embedded on our Facebook page. That's another ball. Over to Carlos. Haven't taken a walk, a single and a ground out. Count is 2-1. Jones at third base looking eager. Everybody staying close to the bags though. Nobody wants to slip up as a base runner here. 2-2. And that's a strike on the outside edge. Carl's not happy with that one. And that is your third strike, and that is out of the inning. They've made up 2 in the previous inning, then they made up 1 in this inning. The Breakers on 7. The Comets catching, but still just out of reach on 6 runs. I'm Ewan Spence.
I'm Frankie Larkin.
You're watching Scottish Baseball's Single A Championship game. We're heading into the 7th inning with a 1-run lead to last year's champions, defending that trophy from the winners of the regular season. Welcome back to the baseball here in Scotland in the Glasgow Baseball Association Tollcross Park. And so the season comes down to one final innings, or maybe extra innings. But right now on paper we're in the 7th inning. Tayport Breakers visiting team Step Up, looking to just extend that 1-run lead. Glasgow Comets looking to hold them back and stay within striking range so they can go into the bottom of the 7th with a chance to walk away with a very small 2-inch high trophy, and they can etch their name on some aluminium foil at the bottom. But hey, it's the winning that counts. It's not necessarily the trophy. Joining me now at the broadcast table, a man who's very, very, very tall. Andrew Sweeney from the Glasgow side of things joins me now. How are the nerves on the bench?
It's been fun so far. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. Everyone seems to be questioning every single play and double questioning every single decision by the umpires. but it's been fun so far. They seem to be
Basically,
enjoying it.
genuine baseball.
Exactly. Genuine baseball that matters. Like, the second the game matters, everyone's always arguing and having a quick discussion.
As we said earlier, baseball Scotland, a lot of it's about having fun, a lot of it's being social, but we do keep score. And if you keep score, there are winners and losers. And we're looking to decide which of those is on the field at the moment. The wind, the pitch. And that's a strike going down there as well. Rennie already on a strikeout, pop out, and a walk in this game. Looking to get on a base. And the Breakers padding out that 1-run lead. That's a swing into the mid-center field, and it drops between center and left field. That's a comfortable on-base single there for Rennie, opening up the tablet there. A little tap over of well done from our first base coach, Miriam Angelis. That's important for the Breakers. First batter becomes first runner.
So the fun question is she sending him first pitch? That we chat, is that decision of you're going, or is that hold up and let's see what they do?
It's Scottish baseball. He's going. Maybe not on the first pitch. We do a lot of small ball here.
Well, let's see what happens then.
And yep, runner goes on the ball.
And Craig just watched it.
Yep. We're just going to sit there and fielder's choice. We don't want to even take that chance of the runner going over to the third base. Runner in scoring position. Andrew at his first visit broadcast table, working out what the highlighter colours mean.
The highlighter colours. Ooh.
Look down.
Wow. There we are.
We have a laser display A4 pad of paper.
I'm going to assume outs and hits, or outs and on base.
Yep. So red is a strikeout, green is a hit, and yellow is a walk.
Wow, there was a lot more yellow on the Breakers side than the Comets side. I feel I must need to wind them up about that later on. If anyone's curious, I'm a Galaxy player, and I'm mostly here to support.
And how many highlights do we have on the Comet side?
Oh, if you're talking about green versus red, I'm colourblind. I can't see the difference between those two. I can see yellow and grey. How's that?
We'll wait for the official scoreline to come in, but at the moment it's a single hit for the Comets against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the Breakers. 7 hits, 7 runs for the Breakers. 1 hit, 6 runs for the Comets. There's a walk drawn there by Juno Lee. Runners first and second. No outs. Breakers looking to keep as much pressure onto the play as possible.
So entertainingly, so Danny was chatting about walking this player new one earlier on because he has hit a triple and a single, or as a double?
Triple and well, we have to wait to see what that one is. It could be triple, but it could also be a double and on the throw. But impressive and a ground out.
Yes. Literally, he's been one of the players of the game, unfortunately, for the Comets. Though there's been a lot of chat about the fact that he was hitting second in the AAA final. So is he even a single A player?
I'm sure we could find somebody in your team that's also got those same question marks as well.
Yeah, but that's not as much fun. And I literally, in chatting with the Comets earlier on as well, because I have access to the named teams from the beginning of the season of who's playing what level, I can confirm there is no cheating that I am aware of tonight.
I like that qualification. Said like a true politician.
But, oh! High pitch swung at. That was glorious.
And that's the third strike as well. So there's one away. Annie Quinn's going to be happy that he's managed to get past Aria Dasa. That said, Black's coming up on a single and a walk and a pop-up as well. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag there. Although there were questions whether that was a base on balls or hit by pitch in the previous. Irrespective, at this time of the season, all that really matters is he got on base.
Yeah, and that's entertaining what matters. I have no idea what you're talking about in the last at bat because I don't remember it, but I'm sure it was entertaining to watch nonetheless.
Swing, no swing made, but it's safe as runners decide to go on their own volition. So they've moved up to second and third on not a well pitched, not a pass ball. Just you know what? Maybe we should steal. Oh, the pitch is already going. Let's try and steal anyway.
Exactly, and
It's a high tariff move.
the was the fun because it was close. But to tell you, the umpires were entirely right there. It wasn't that close.
It's a high tariff late steal, though, it has to be said. We have a hi Sweeney on the chat from our team back in New York, checking the rule books.
Yes, I believe our young COVID-ridden team right now are sitting at home just imagining what they would be like if they were in the field. Better, worse, more biased. So many options.
We're allowed to be biased in the commentary booth.
I know.
Yep.
I'm aware.
We're not neutral here. Oh, no, that's not true. I tend to be a little bit more neutral than most. But there, yeah, we've had a nice sweep from both teams here at the table. As a walk is drawn there. There's your on base. That's all that matters. Danny Quinn has the bases loaded as he faces up to his fifth of the inning. Patterson walks up as well. Strikeout, 2 walks. Through the rest of the game. Drawing a walk from Danny Quinn. Mac in the 5th. With bases loaded, a walk here would extend that 1-run lead the Breakers currently hold. 1 run ahead. 1 out. 1 inning left. This inning. I'll let you finish your beer and ask you why you're going to giggle at this lovely descriptive commentary.
I just enjoy the descriptive commentary. That's mostly what I enjoy.
It's either that or your 7th kind of very, very light American-styled lager.
8th, and it is English.
And that's a wild pitch. It goes to the backstop. There's a throw from the catcher back to Danny Quinn, who runs in from the pitching mound to cover the base, but it is not in time. That lead is extended from the Tayport Breakers. It's 8-6. But the more important thing is 2 runs ahead. Bases all move up. Runners in 2nd and 3rd. There's a lot there, pressure-wise, that the Breakers can put on now. This is all really from the Breakers just to put more runs on the board. Demoralise Glasgow as much as possible going into the bottom of the 7th.
Hey, if we're talking about demoralisation, runs is not the only option. There's many, many options out there, which I feel this stream might not be ready for.
Well, we'll talk about that if we get to a 17th inning tiebreaker, shall we?
I think that's unfortunately the point when I get put into pinch run for the Comets, and I don't think that's allowed.
And a strikeout there for Patterson. That's your 2nd strikeout there of the inning. Danny Quinn doing his best just to hold back and keep the Comets in touch for a pressure-loaded bottom of the 7th. Breakers offense looking to make it as easy as possible for the defense when it's their turn in a few short pitches time.
Don't do it again.
And that's a warning just going up there. Players calling time, not umpires, is not on. Pitch comes down outside for a ball. Funniest thing in the world is happening. Andrew Sweeney is trying to read my box score, which was all done left-handed.
Oh no, I'm enjoying the fact that someone is saying that I've come in to replace the best Dan commentator they've ever had. So,
I mean, you're only the 2nd commentator from the Comets this year. Oh no, 3rd. We had John McKellar in as well.
I'm also Galaxy, as is Frankie. So
Yeah, you'll be the first. So of course you're the best commentator the Galaxy have had this year. You're the only comment. Oh no, Frankie is as
a
well.
Galaxy as well.
Ooh.
So
So you're bottom.
So very much so. I am bottom of the three, regardless whether you're talking Frankie or John McKellar. But I'm very curious in who the Scottish Raccoon is and how
bit
bad
like-
I am.
There's a comment here about the Riga Beaver, but nobody else will understand it on the stream. So I will just leave that one hanging. The answer you're looking for is Latvia Supernova 2016 to solve that one. But we're focusing here. And the walk is drawn. The first base was empty, so there's no impact on the score just yet. But it just turns the screw one more base 90 feet tighter for Danny Quinn on the mound. As the bases load up once more. As we have a pinch hitter coming in for the Breakers, who doesn't have his name on the back of his shirt. That's useful. Breakers loaded, 2 outs. It's the looping ball that drops into the strike zone. Strike one. Breakers looking to do smart base running. Comets looking to be smart in the outfield. And that is a high swing. And by a high swing, I mean that would have cleared most people's foreheads.
Even mine.
Even yours. And you're 8'4".
At least.
2 strikes. Not in 2 in the count. Quinn would really like that. It's a pickoff attempt over to third base, not in time. Third baseman stumbles very, very slightly as well, but I don't think it would have made much difference in there. Juno Lee fast enough on the reactions and not taking too much of a lead. Smart base running there. Stay close enough. Don't embarrass the team. Smart thing from Danny Quinn. Let's just check and keep everybody honest. Pitch comes in, swing and a miss. There's your third strike. Bases loaded, results in no more runs, but the Breakers do put one more on the board. It's 8-6. Comets have got 2 runs to catch up to take us up to tie break. 3 runs for immortality. Anything less, and the Breakers retain the trophy and the single A and the triple A do a double header on the 2023 season. I'm Ewan Spence.
I'm Big Ass Sweeney.
Andrew Sweeney. I do like what you tried to do there. And we will be back after this short break. Get your adrenaline flowing if it needs it anymore. The season half inning. It could all come down to this. Or we could be here till inning 17. Who knows? Twitch.tv is not where you want to be following us because this is a temporary account. Facebook.com/BaseballScotland. The end of the season is almost here. Charge your glasses.
That was fun.
Do you want to stay with the team for the...
I'm going to go Wiz. So. Oh, yes, because I've been enjoying them. They're quite funny. I doubt what was Ali, so yeah. Because for me, as we agreed, 8'2", I definitely, that would still be a strike. And also, as was very nicely highlighted to me during the AAA Cannons game, I have more Ks than anyone else this season. So, I've got to say number 1. It's all about being number 1.
I'll get you there.
Eight six. Welcome back to what promises to be an exciting half innings. In 3 more outs, Breakers could be walking away with the trophies. In 3 more outs, He might have to step up again as we go to extra innings for the end of the Single A Championship game. The tiny, tiny trophy. And it might be huge. I've not actually seen it. But let's just go with the tiny, tiny trophy with some tinfoil that you can etch your name onto it. It's not the trophy that counts. It's the winning. Gill on the mound. Fastball accuracy needs to zero in on this inning. It's not quite there yet. Kerr is sitting there already showing 2 walks and a ground out in his previous appearances. Frankie Larkin joins me at the commentary table for what can only be described as a nervous time if you're one of the Glasgow Comets. But also, yeah, to be fair, it's going to be a nervous time if you're outfielding the Tayport Breakers as well. Concentration is vital.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important for Tayport not to make any fielding mistakes, errors at this extremely important time. Just off camera, you can see every single Tayport fan and player is on their feet, ready for the end of the game. But Comets looking to either take this to extras or, of course, that one important extra run to take them to the win.
And we're going to start off with a walk. Those of you leaving comments on Twitch, thank you very much for them. Somebody asking there, when does it go to pens? Now, you could be thinking penalties. What I'm going to take that is when do we go to the bullpen? And we're already there. We've got our 2 relief pitchers in for both teams. But for those of you who are new to Scottish baseball and just stumbled over us, if we do have to go to a tied game, then we just play one more inning. If it's still tied, then we play one more inning. If it's still tied, we play one more inning. And we do that until our arms fall off.
Or the sun goes down, whatever comes first.
Comets bring the tying run up to the plate. In Bruins, the single and 2 strikeouts already in this game, with the strikeout coming from Gill previously. Giving and taking pressure in the quiet moments and the frantic action of baseball. Ball comes down and it's a hit by pitch hard onto the left elbow there. It is an on base, but there's a lot of wild pitches coming in from Gill, who just needs to bring in that fastball's focus and get it into the zone. Runners on second and first. Warning run now at the plate for the Glasgow Comets. Walk, ground out, and a strikeout for Fee previously in the game. We've talked about being a hero or being smart. It would be smart now to be a hero. You can walk this off. Or you can just watch that ball go right past you and lose your first strike. Not in one, on the count.
Yeah, and you can see how much Craig Fee is choking up on that ball. He's choking up on that bat. He is wanting it. He wants to get that hit to bring in that run.
The ball comes in. It's low on the pitch. 1-1 on the count. Runners are staying at first and second. This inning is as much about scoring. It's also about not getting any stupid outs. Keep everybody in check. Keep your focus and concentration. Pitch comes down, top of the zone, but it's a swing animus from Fee to take the strikeout. That's 1 away, 2 outs left, 2 runs needed.
I was on a strike 2.
Oh, he was walking off as much as I was walking off. Okay, hold that exciting phrase. I might need it in a swing, okay?
He was.
I was talking about concentration as well. Isn't that bad?
Craig Fee just taking a nice walk there, shaking it off, trying to get the swing out of his head. And it comes in, and as low as he goes up to third. Throw is in, but he is safe at third, and a mistake brings him up to second, safe at second and third on a double steal.
That ball coming into third base, bouncing off the bag and into the air. Unlucky bounce there. Arguably an unlucky bounce there for the Comets. If that had went past there and just sailed through, that would have been one of the 2 required runs to tie up the game coming home. Okay, let's take stock. It is still no outs. Fee still on the plate with runners now on second and third. after that bit of wild pitching from the Breakers coming through. Discussion about who will be the best player in baseball Scotland. Is it about the best? Is it about scoring? Is it about getting a trophy? Is it about playing the game? It all melds into one now. Pitch comes down fast and in the zone. There's the strikeout. Strikeout looking, so I cannot use the previous phrase. That's a shame. But it's one away, and we have a pinch hitter coming in as well.
Absolutely. Scored as a K, and it all changes to a backwards K. As it was a strikeout looking, pinch runner comes in as you want. The Comets have been in this section before, both last inning and the inning before that. Tie and run on second base, trying to bring that in.
Ball comes down fast through the center. Strike one. Tayport Breakers' hope resting on the young pitcher's shoulders. Fast, low, 1-1. I think there was just a little bit of a quiet moment between catcher and pitcher going, I think it was second strike, but 1-1, keep the focus, the ball has no memory. Comes down, little tiny chopper into the infield. It is the first baseman, throws back to first on the fielder's choice to take the third baseman running, and Keir is called out on his attempt to get the run. Peels are coming in from timeout call. Danny Quinn asking if the umpires would take a moment. And our home plate and chief umpire is saying no, that call was comfortably seen. That is an out at home plate. That was the second of the 3 outs in this inning, and there is 1 out left with the Breakers up by 2. That is going to be an important call, and that is the point where you go, oh, hold on, we've got that on tape. We'll look at that later.
Yeah, absolutely. The highlights are here. We will get a look at that as it goes off. The Comets not happy about that call. Wanted an appeal, but both the first and third plate umpire coming in, but home umpire waving them off, and the play continues. The Comets may not have liked it, but they have to shake it off, especially with that runner on third base.
John McKellar there taking a strike on the previous there, and he does a swing and a miss on strike one. Runners are on the corners after that last frantic play as well on a fielder's choice. And probably a critical, and a foul high and back into what looks like Prestwick there from John McKellar. And that there, I think we have to remember, that small chopper into the dead space between first and pitch. And there we go, come back there. John McKellar's a strikeout on that. Breakers take to the field with a 2-run victory there over the top seed Glasgow Comets. Not only does the single A team take away the trophy, but we have to remember that the triple A team took away the trophy 2 weeks ago as they defeated the, at that point, 17-0 Edinburgh Cannons to take that trophy. 2 trophies that were in Tayport at the start of the season remain in Tayport at the end of the season as well. Apologies for the loss of audio there at the very end of that inning there. Strike swing, strike swing to close out after what will be very much debated on the Glasgow Comets bench of the call of out at the home plate there.
Yeah, Tayport close out the double. The trophies stay in their cabinet, no matter how big or small they may be.
Size doesn't matter.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, the Comets fought hard. A really good game, good umpire game, except right at the end, it'll be a bit of a call. We'll check on the highlights as both teams come forward to shake hands.
And that is us for the Baseball Scotland season, bringing it down to their 2-run victory from the single A, 1-run victory from the triple A. As our teams congratulate each other and say thank you. We do remember that we are keeping score, there are trophies, but Baseball Scotland is all about the fun of baseball and developing the sport here in Scotland. I'm in the booth. We are going to help develop that with hopefully more audio and video. Hopefully the audio stays up next year. Various names joining me in the booth, but I will thank them by thanking Frankie as well on behalf of all of them. Thank you for joining me at the broadcast booth table.
Absolutely. No, thank you very much for having me. We're looking forward to next season, especially, of course, my one and only Glasgow Galaxy, hoping to bring home more as they have. Thank you so much. You've been watching Baseball Scotland, Comets versus Tayport.
And you can follow us. Best not do it on Twitch because this is just for testing purposes. Facebook.com/Baseball Scotland is going to be the best place for you to follow us in the off-season. There will be training throughout the off-season as well. So if you want to get involved, then get in touch with us through the massive monolithic social network that is the White and Blue. And certainly I know when you're in Edinburgh, we're playing those, doing training in weeknights. I'm sure there will be training on Tayport, Glasgow, and up in Aberdeen as well. Do get yourself in touch. We will be back with warm-up games and preview games in February 2024 to get ready for another season. A season where Tayport will be looking to win the trophy for the third time, both at single A and at triple A. And I understand from the rules of sport that if they win it 3 times in a row, they get to keep the trophy and we have to make another one. Maybe Tayport's just lost the trophies and they don't want to admit it and they need to win again, so we make another one. I don't know. I'm sure they will be proudly on display. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Over these last 4 weeks, we've been testing the broadcast options that we have for next year. Thank you to Ruben, who's sitting in the production booth and will now say if he heard me quite comfortably in my ear. That's a yes. Thank you also to Chris DeWatt, who's our Edinburgh-based commentator, who hasn't made it over to Glasgow due to work commitments. We work around work. We play baseball whenever we can. Thanks very much for listening. There will be podcasting coming out from boys, bagpipes, caps, and baseballs. I might even remember the name of the podcast by the time we get to this point next year. I'm Ewan Spence. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.